Hi, I'm Katie, Master Trainer at Physique 57. Whether you're joining us as part of the Lose 10 in 10 program or tuning in independently, we're really excited to have you here. This is definitely going to be a full body workout, but we're really going to focus on sculpting your lower body. Joining me today are fellow New York City instructors. This is Erin to my right, and this is Sydney to my left. If you find yourself needing to take any kind of modifications today throughout, you're going to be following Erin. But if you're ready to take on the advanced versions of the exercises, you're going to be following Sydney. Are we ready? Let's get started. So we'll begin by lifting your knees up nice and high into your chest. You're gonna let your arms just swing opposite arm, opposite leg. You wanna think of holding your abs in tight, really standing tall with confidence and keeping the chest open so you have proud posture right from the beginning. Let's keep the legs going and take your arms up overhead. See if you can use that lift to create even a little more length in your body. Now start to pump those elbows down. Go pull, and then later on a twist from side to side. So we're incorporating the back, we're waking up our obliques, your heart rate should be getting up there. We're gonna take 8 more seconds. Twist 1, twist 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Meet us on the floor in a forearm plank. So you've got your elbows right under your shoulders and a long line from the crown of the head all the way to the heels. If you're following Erin, you might need to sneak in a few breaks. But if you're following Sydney, she is gonna hold this plank. Now let's add on. Step your right foot a little bit wider, your left foot a little bit wider, your right foot a little bit narrower, your left foot a little bit narrow. Speed it up, go out, and Sydney's going double time for that little extra challenge, for a little extra cardio. Just notice how steady the rest of their body is staying. Those abs are working over time to really stabilize the upper body. Go 4 more, 3, this is 2, and on 1, hold it right in the center. Put your right hand down, put your left hand down. Push-ups, here we go. Take it down and up. And if you're following Erin, notice how she's got her heels nice and close to the seat, and she's got her weight forward off her knees. We call that a modified push-up. Sydney is striving to get the chest below the elbows. Every rep, 4 more. Inhale, exhale, press. It should be getting tough by now. You should be getting into that cardio zone. Let's hold it up at the top. Tuck your toes, stretch your legs, bring your right knee towards your elbow. Bring it in and out. Let's go a little faster. Erin is coming down under her left knee, but Sydney is holding that left leg long to get even a little bit deeper into her core. Shoulders down, elbows soft, chin up. 2 more. Let's hold the knee to the elbow, pulse that knee to the elbow, in and in, and Sydney wants more for her arms. So she's gonna add a pulse down in her arms to really rev up that heart rate. 8 more seconds. 1, breathe, especially through these tough moments. It'll fuel your muscles. Let's step the right foot forward to a curtsy. Take your hands to your steady piece of furniture. We're gonna bend the left knee down and up, and kind of checking in with your form here. Make sure your shoulders and your hips are really square to that piece of furniture. Your shoulders should be relaxed, and your grip on your steady piece of furniture should be really pretty light. So we're relying less on our arms and more on our core. And your legs, you want your front knee to be right over your ankle. Your knees are gonna point right over your 3rd toe, and your left big toe should be right in line with the right heel. Let's speed it up. Pulse. Notice Erin is a little higher, but look at how low Sydney is getting. She is going for that heat in her thighs. And we're gonna add on a little balance challenge for Sydney. If you're following her, bring your hands to a prayer right in the center of your chest. 3 little beats. Take it down, 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 down. Those of you following Sydney, you're gonna strive to touch your knee to the floor on that 3rd beat. And we're gonna add a twist to the right, right, right. So it's like your left shoulder is trying to touch the inside of that right thigh, right? And it's gonna get you even more out of your abdominals. And curtsy is amazing because it's gonna carve away at every single little portion of your front thigh. Let's go for 4, pulse 3, this is 2. Now hands to the bar, pulse it down. We're gonna take a little pattern. This is position number 1. We'll come back to it. Let's step your left foot forward to 4th, hover your heels, lift your chest. We're gonna take 4 pulses right here. Pulse for 4, 2, then step your left foot back and make sure the right foot goes flat. Now step your left foot forward for 4, 2, then step your left foot back. And we are still moving. Sydney is staying incredibly low, and the lower that you stay, the more you're gonna get out of the work. Let's go one more time. Forward, pulse, then step that left foot back for 4. Okay, 2 counts, here we go. Step it forward. For 2, step it back. For 2, and again, make sure that you're breathing. I know that we haven't stopped. I know that we haven't taken any breaks. It's a good thing to feel the heart muscle pumping in your chest. Now hold it forward, pulse, pulse. Can we get a little bit lower? Ready? You're gonna hold that pulse at a top. Hips go front, back, front, back. Take it down for 2 tucks. Down for 2 and up for 2. Yes, keep your grip nice and light on that piece of furniture. Sydney is challenging herself to get really incredibly low. Erin's staying a little higher, but I bet that she is still feeling her thighs like crazy, aren't you? Down and down. Now lose the tucks, single counts. Take it down, up, down, up. Think of pushing your feet down into the floor to help you lift. 8, lift, 2, and you're just going straight down and up. So there's this long line of energy from the head down to the heels. Down and up. 2 more. Down and up. Now just pulse it down. Woo, okay. We are feeling that burn. What does that mean? That means you are literally feeling your body change. If you're following Sydney, you're gonna lift your heels all the way up, and we've got 10 to the change. 1, 2, can you try to get a little bit lower with every pulse? 6, 7, 8, let's bring our legs together and incline the chest. Now pull your abs in. You're gonna bring your left knee towards your chest, then poke it back. Bring the knee in and poke it back. And we're still staying incredibly low in that right leg. You should feel a little extra left oblique when the knee comes to the chest, and then a little extra for the back of the leg as you poke the toes back. In and in. Now single counts. Bring it in, press it back. In, press it back. In, press it back. Really pressing the right foot down into the floor underneath you. So you're very, very active through the back of the leg. Last one. Hold it back, poke it back. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. If you're following Sydney, she's gonna take on a balance challenge. She's gonna very carefully bring her right hand behind her head, and then bring her left hand behind her head. You got 10 more seconds. Can you get a little lower? 1, 2, feel those thighs splitting away from one another. 5, 6, 7, 8, keep moving. Take your hands down. Hold the right leg steady, but keep poking those left toes back. Back, and here we are in our seat work. It's a really great moment to take a deep breath, right? We'll kind of leave the cardio zone and get into these like very small, precise movements of the seat. 1 point, 1 flex, point and flex. So really important that you keep your supporting legs soft. You notice they have a little bit of a bend through the right knee. And you wanna try to keep your left thigh back behind the right, so you're maximizing the way you feel the back of the leg. Keep the flex, 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, really feel your abdominal wall, scooping out and pulling tight to your back. Last one, hold it back, squeeze your heel in towards your seat. In. And so we call this one a hamstring curl. You essentially want to think of the thigh staying in place and the heel just squeezing in towards the glutes. In. 4, 3, 2, let's press it back. Okay, if you're following Sydney, she's gonna challenge her standing leg even a little bit more. She's gonna hop the right leg back away from the bar, lengthen her arms, bring her torso parallel to the floor. Everybody hold your leg, turn it in, and then turn it out. Point, turn it in, flex, wrap back. So you point as you turn it in, turn it out, flex, wrap. Now take the left knee behind the right, turn it out, flex and wrap. Lower, lower. Let's take it a little bit faster. Turn it in, turn it out. And just notice how steady the hips are staying. Pretend I'm right there with you at home, kind of holding your hips steady. If you're following Sydney, she's gonna lift her right heel off the floor, and she's gonna add a little bend in the right knee. Little bend, woo! And there's even a little bit extra for your standing leg. Even a little extra for your right thigh. Take a second. I want you to feel so proud of all the work you've put in so far, right? We've kept going this whole time. 4, and press, and 3, and press, and 2. Now hold the leg up, pulse it up. Let's point the foot. flatten out your standing foot. Put your right forearm down on your bar. Open up your left hip. Open up your left shoulder to the left side of the body, stack right over the right. Now let's take a little circle. Leg goes up and around, up and around. Notice the ribs are soft and closed. Those abs are in so tight because that's what's really gonna support your back. And you're gonna try to keep your leg behind the body, right? Behind the body. Beautiful, Sydney. Let's reverse it the other direction. Circle and squeeze. Yeah, looking good over here, Erin. Try to keep the heel really very close to your glute. It makes a difference in the way you incorporate the hamstring. 4 more and breathe, right? 2, circle 3. Now we're gonna take a little pattern. Turn your leg in, stretch your leg long, tap your toes down, lift it up. Let's go 1 more slow so we really get all the details. Lower the leg down. Now take it a little faster. Turn it in, stretch it out, take it down, lift it up. Turn it in, stretch it out, and make sure you're being really precise with your movement here. So I don't want you to throw away a single detail of your workout today. Stay right on top of each and every movement. Lower and lift, in and out. You guys are looking good, and I bet you guys are looking fantastic at home. Turn it in and out. Pretend that we're right there with you, being your cheerleaders. Let's go for 5 more. 1, you can do this. Lower, lift. 2, stretch, lower, lift. 3, yeah, getting stronger and stronger with every one. Stretch down, 1 more time, turn it in, stretch it out, hold the leg up, pulse the leg up. Woo, okay, Erin's gonna soften her knee a little bit. Sydney's gonna keep this leg so long, excellent, and she's gonna bring the leg forward to her hairpin position. Lift, 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 lift. Let's lower and lift. Take it down and up, take it down and up. And if you're following Sydney, she's gonna lift her standing heel up off the floor, getting even a little extra out of that standing leg. Stay so lifted through your upper body, so light on that right forearm, so open through your chest. Down and up, down and up. 4 more. 1, lift it. 2, lift it. 3, yes, now hold the leg up, pulse that leg up, little lift. Okay, 1 more challenge coming your way if you're following Sydney. She's gonna stretch her left fingertips up to the sky. This is it. You have conquered your seat work. Little lift. Let's do 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring the hands down. Hop back. Standing split. Pulse the left leg up. Little lift. So you want to drop your head. You want to pull your abs in. You want to open up the left hip. Really lengthen through the knee. And really reach for something good with those toes. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put your foot down. Walk back to a forearm plank. Set your forearms up. Tuck your toes, stretch your legs, hold it super still. Okay, the element of surprise is gone now. You know what's coming your way. You know there are gonna be moments where you have to breathe deeper. You know there are gonna be moments where you have to push a little harder. Let's step the left foot wide. Let's step the right foot wide. Let's step the left foot in. Now take it a little bit faster. Take it out and out. Sydney's going double time. She's going out, out, in, out, in. Keep the chin out of the chest. Remember, you can do anything that you set your mind to. Out, out, in, out, in. Last one. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now put your left hand down. Put your right hand down. Push-ups, here we go. Take it down and up. And Sydney's gonna keep that long line from her head to her heels, but Erin's gonna go ahead and come down and modify. She's gonna bring the heels tight to her seat. She's gonna keep her weight forward. And we should all feel the chest tightening up, the back of the arm getting closer to the bone, the heart muscle pumping in your chest. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 1 more. Hold it up at the top. Now tuck your toes and stretch your legs. You're gonna bring your left knee towards your elbow and stretch that left leg back. And again, Erin's gonna go ahead and come on her right knee, but she is still feeling those abs. Speed it up. In and out. In and out. And see if you can maybe get that elbow to like touch your tricep, right? That's how tight you are squeezing through that left waistline. Go in and out, and in and out. Now hold it forward, pulse that knee towards your elbow. And Sydney's gonna layer on a little pulse down in her arms, getting even more toning action out of her arms. And I want you to challenge yourself to stay low. Pulse, pulse. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and step that left foot forward to a curtsy. Bring your hands onto your piece of furniture. You're gonna bend your right knee down and up, down and up. Let's check back in with our form. Light grip on your bar. Relax your arms. Relax the tension out of the shoulders, which is a really tough one. Keep the spine long. Keep your abs in. Your knees pointed right over your third toe. Your form is so important for really getting the most out of your hard work. Go down and up. And think about this. When you bend down, can you bend down 2 inches and then maybe come up this like 1 inch? Let's speed it up. Pulse down, 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 and again, how close? Gonna get that back knee down to the floor behind you, especially if you're following Sydney. Look at this back knee. It is like almost touching the floor. Pulse, pulse. 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sydney's gonna bring her hands to a prayer right in the center of her chest, really testing her abdominals, testing that balance. Now she's gonna add a twist to the left. Twist, 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 but pretend like I'm holding your hips still. So the hips aren't twisting. It's the rib cage that's twisting. It's that right shoulder that's trying to touch the left thigh. Feeling that abdominal wall literally getting tighter and tighter. We are cinching, we are squeezing, we are sculpting. Bend down, 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 down. Let's go for 4 more. This is 3. This is 2. Hands to the bar, pulse it down, pulse. This is position number 1. You know what it looks like. We're gonna come right back to it. Let's step the right foot forward. Hover your heels, lift your chest. Pulse, now can you get a little bit lower? Let's take 4 counts right here. 4, 2, then step that right foot back for 4, 2, then step your right foot forward for 4, 2, and it should be starting to really challenge your left leg, right? Your left leg is the one that you are overloading here. And remember, the overload is how we get results really quick. Last one. Forward, we're gonna take it in 2 counts. Step that foot back, back, forward, forward, and just check in. Make sure you are really flattening that left foot every time you step to your curtsy. Back, incredible, you guys. 1 more time, take it back, back, hold it forward, now just pulse. Take a breath. You're doing fantastic. See if you can get just a little bit lower. Now we're gonna hold that pulse and add a tuck. Hips go front, back. Take it down for 2, and then up for 2. Take it down, and up, and down, and down. Can you squeeze those abs in a little tighter with every tuck? You squeeze your glutes a little tighter with every tuck. 1 more, take it down and down. Now lose the tuck, single counts, lower, lift, lower, lift. How good does it feel to have the heart rate up, right? Feel that heart muscle pumping in your chest, because we are accomplishing something so great together today. Down and up and down and up. Remember, straight down, straight up. Keep the form intact. Last one, pulse it down. Can you get a little lower? If you're following Sydney, she's gonna lift her heels all the way up off the floor. Yes, Sydney, I bet that makes those thighs cook up a little bit more. Pulse, 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 and you're trying to get a little deeper into your stance with every single pulse. 8 seconds, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flatten your feet, bring the legs together, incline your chest forward. We're gonna bring the right knee towards the chest, then poke it back. Right knee comes in, then poke it back. And again, you wanna think about keeping the length in the spine. The spine is gonna stay pretty steady. Think of just the leg coming in and out and out and in and in. And again, can we get a little lower in that standing leg? The answer is almost always yes, by the way. Speed it up, in and out, and in and out, in, out, in, out. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, now just poke it back, poke it back. Okay, Sydney, here we go. She's gonna take her left hand behind her head. She's gonna very carefully bring the right hand to meet it, testing that balance, testing that strength. 10 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hands down, push-up position, here we go. We're gonna switch gears and get into the back of the right leg. Take a second, pull your lowest abs in and up, and that scoop is never gonna stop. I want you to think almost like an ice cream scoop, kind of carving away at a bowl of ice cream. I know, sounds good, right? Let's take 1.1 flags. point and flex, and see if you can get your heel any closer to the seat, right? The more you squeeze the heel to the glute, the more you're gonna get out of that hamstring. Hold the flex, 3 little beats. Press it back, 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 back. Do we feel the back of that right leg? Okay, good. Good to hear. When you feel something, you know you're making something happen. Last one, hold it back. Just squeeze your heel in towards your seat. In. So we call this one a hamstring curl. You can kind of pretend that there's something right behind your knee that you are squeezing in. Now can the right thigh get a little further back behind the left? Hold it, just press the leg back, back. If you're following Sydney, she's gonna hop her standing leg back away from the bar a little bit, lengthen her arms, bring her torso parallel, stay so active in your abs, keep the chin lifted out of the chest. Now hold the leg still, turn it out and in. Turn the leg out and turn the leg in. You're gonna turn it out, flex, wrap back, points in, turn it in. Turn it out, flex, wrap back, bring the right knee behind your left. Turn that flex, wrap back, feel the inner thigh. Now speed it up, turn it out, turn it in, turn it out, turn it in, turn it out, turn it in. Sydney's gonna lift her left heel up off the floor, and she's gonna add a little pulse down in her standing leg. Now kind of pretend there are headlights on your hip bones. You want those hip bones to be pointing straight forward the whole time. It's the thigh that rotates out and in within the hip socket. And I love this one because not only is it so good for your abs, so good for your outer hip. When you get that little tuck behind your standing leg, you're getting a lot of inner thigh as well. Turn it out, turn it in, turn it out, turn it in. Now hold it up, point your foot, pulse it up. All right, flatten out your left foot. Here we go. Put your left forearm down. Open up the right side of your body. Feel the shoulder open, feel the hip open. Bring your heel a little closer to your seat and just make sure your knee's a little lower than your toe. Let's draw a circle up, back, and around. Up, back, and around. And notice how I'm really maximizing the word back. I want you to think about doing that with your energy. Back behind you. Back, how far back can those circles get? How many times can I say back? Let's reverse it the other direction. Circle that leg, circle that leg. Okay, let's make it even more about our abs. Actually, this whole workout, we've been using our core, even though we're not on the floor doing crunches and planks the whole time. This is incredible for your abdominal wall. So that cinch and squeeze. Last one, pulse the leg up and up. We're gonna stretch our leg directly to the side and make sure it's like a long line from your head to your toes. Now, hold. You're gonna turn your leg in, stretch the leg out, tap the toes down, lift it up. Now speed it up. Turn it in, stretch it out, lower down, lift it up. Turn it in, stretch it out, lower down, lift it up. Can you think in, shoot the leg out, tap it down, up, hold for a second, and shoot the leg out. Yes, Erin, yes. And notice Sydney's leg is just a little bit higher. And if you are feeling your right oblique kind of sizzle and cook, that's a very good thing, right? We're getting a little extra out of that side body. Go in and out, tap it down, lift it up, turn it in, stretch it out. This time hold it up and pulse it up. Okay, here we go. We're gonna bring that leg forward just a little bit. We're coming into our hairpin. Look at this long high leg, incredible. Erin's gonna keep her knee a little softer, her leg a little bit lower, but she's still feeling that outer hip, isn't she? She is still feeling like she is carving away at that right side glute. Now lower and lift that leg. Take it down and up and down and up. If you're following Sydney, she's gonna lift up high onto the ball of that left foot. And I'm gonna challenge you to find like a split second of stillness right at the top, right? Take the leg down, up, hold. Down, up, hold. Yes, Erin, that's like long enough for me to take a picture of it. Down and up. Now hold it up and pulse it up, okay? If you're following Sydney, she's gonna test her balance even a little bit more by reaching her right fingertips up to the ceiling. She's reaching for something so good up there, right? Something so exciting, maybe like the finish line of your seat work. Now hold, sweep the leg back, take your hands down to the floor. We're coming into our standing split. Drop the weight of the head. Open up your right hip. Stretch the knee, point the foot, and pulse that leg up and up and up and up. 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Put the foot down. Slowly roll yourself up. Meet us on the floor for one last little blast. Here we are on the floor for some tricep dips. You're gonna bend your elbows and stretch your arms. Bend your elbows and stretch your arms. So notice the shoulders should be plugged down into your back. Your chest should be nice and open. If your wrists are at all sensitive, you can always come onto your fists. So Erin will show what that looks like. And your legs should be all the way together, so we are getting a little extra for those inner thighs. And you want your weight to be really back, so it's more in your arms than it is in your legs. Let's speed it up. Bend and bend and bend. I want you to challenge yourself to bend those arms as much as you can. Triceps are such an exciting muscle group to work, aren't they? Because they're really gonna help you keep the back of the arm nice and tight to the bone. Let's keep this going. If you're following Sydney and you want even more of a challenge, you're gonna stretch your legs nice and long and then lift your hip bones up to the ceiling. Keep the chest broad. Keep the shoulders down. Keep your abs in. How much can you bend your elbows every single rep? Are we breathing? You've got 10, 2, 3, 4. Really let those elbows bend. 7, 8, 9, and let's take a seat. We're gonna work our abdominals. Lay down, put your feet on the floor, bring your hands behind your head, pull your abs in. You're gonna curl your chest up slowly and then lower down. Curl the chest up and then lower down. So these are really primarily for your upper abs for now. Don't worry, we'll get plenty of lower abs and obliques in just a second. I want you to think about working with a neutral position in your spine. So feel your tailbone lengthen down to the floor underneath you, so the pelvis is very flat and there's just a little breath of space between your low back and the floor underneath you. Not quite an arch, not quite a tuck. Might seem very particular, but it's so great for maximizing your ab work. Let's go a little faster. Lift it up and down and up and down and up and down. And you want to feel like the weight of your head is really resting in your hands. So there's no help from the neck, right? Turn the neck off, really turn on those abs. Hold it up, take a little pulse, little lift, lift. Now check it out. Nothing is gonna move except your upper body. Rotate your chest to the right. Take 4 little curls right here. 1, 2. Now twist it to the left for 4. And if you're following Erin, you might need to take a break or 2. Relax the abs and then jump back in when you're ready. But if you're following Sydney, you're gonna challenge yourself to keep moving and grooving through that burn you're feeling in your abs. Let's go 2 of each. To the right for 2, to the left for 2. Keep that pattern going. Make sure you feel stable through your hips, right? Maybe one more time you imagine that I'm right there with you, kind of helping you keep that stability through the pelvis, right? Gorgeous work, Erin. 1 each side. Take it right, left, right. Okay, I know the upper abs are starting to get really nice and warm. If you're ready to add on a little lower abs, we're gonna take the legs up to a tabletop position. That means your knees are right over your hips. Your shins should be parallel to the floor. Again, if you're following Erin, I know how hard this is. You might need to sneak in a break or 2, but if you're following Sydney, she's gonna keep moving. Let's start to dart those toes out and out. Switch, switch. Always thinking of your shoulder, twisting and lifting towards that incoming leg. Twist and really find length through the leg that's extending, right? Like you're gonna reach your toes all the way to the other side of the room. Sydney's gonna speed it up. Twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. 10 seconds, your version. 1, 2. Keep pulling the abs into the back. Create that cinch that you wanna finish the workout with. This one's 9 and 10. Hug your knees into your chest. Head down, arms down. Let's bring our legs up to a diamond. We're gonna take a reverse curl. Hips up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. So weight of the head should be heavy, chest open, press your arms down into the floor right next to you. Feel the low back press down into the floor as the abs pull in. I know it might be kind of hard to see me at this point, so don't worry, keep your ears open. I will guide you through all of this. Let's add a squeeze when you get to the top. Lift and squeeze, open, lower. So you're getting even a little extra inner thighs, and try to really be in control of the way that you bring your hips down to the floor. 4 more, poke 2, lift 3, meet us in a diamond and take the legs down and down, lift them up and up. Down and down. Let's keep that moving. If you're following Erin, your knees might be a little softer, your range of motion might be a little smaller, but Sydney's gonna keep the legs a little longer. Take it down and down, lift it up and up. Down and down. If you're following Sydney, bring the head, the neck, and the shoulder blades up off the floor. Bring your hands back around behind your head, nice wide open elbows. Feel how that adds on a little bit more for the upper abs. This time, let's hold the legs low and freeze. Take it down a little, up a little, down. It should be a pretty intense moment. There might be a little bit of quivering, might be a little bit of shaking, hopefully a lot of heat in those abs. 4 more. Lift, 2, lift, 3, we're gonna scissor those legs. Right leg goes down, left leg down, right leg down. Keep that going. Everybody bring the head, the neck, and the shoulders off the floor. Elbows nice and wide. Let's add a twist. Twist it side to side to side to side. And if you would like it to be a little more challenging, maybe you try to stretch your legs a little longer. Maybe you try to make that range of motion a little bit bigger. We are literally sculpting, carving, toning every single degree of that abdominal wall. And guess what? This is it for your workout. You've got 10 more seconds and you are done with your workout. Twist it 10, 2, think, finish it with strength. Go 5, twist 6, twist 7, 8, 9, and 10. Give those knees a hug. Fantastic job. Come on up to seated. Let's stretch out all of that hard work. Meet us on all fours. You're gonna bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Round through your spine and look in. Arch through the back and look up. That should feel good on those abs. And then step your right foot forward to a lunge. Make sure the knee ends up right over the ankle. We're gonna bring the right hand down, reach the left arm up and over, lengthening through the left side body. And then bring your hands down, frame your front foot. Now you can either tuck and stretch your back leg, and Erin will show what that looks like, or you can reach back, take your right hand, grab a hold of the left foot, and pull your heel to your seat. I bet that feels good after all that thigh work that we did. Let's bring our hands down, release the leg, tuck your back toes under, stretch your legs, lift your hips. We're coming into a triangle pose. And if you're following Erin, you might need to bring your hands onto your front shin or come onto your fingertips. Feel the length through the back of the right leg. And then step your right foot back, hands down, downward dog, and just take a moment to pedal out through your heels. Feel like you're pressing your chest towards your thighs, getting a nice opener through the upper body as well. Now step your left foot forward to your triangle pose. Lengthen the legs, square the hips, just gently drop the weight of the head and release forward over the front thigh. And then take your hands down. Let's slide the right leg back, left foot forward. Again, make sure the knee is right over the ankle. We're gonna bring the left arm down, reach your right fingertips up and over. The awesome stretch to the right hip flexor and oblique. And then bring your hands down. Again, you can either tuck your back toes and stretch your back leg, coming into a runner's lunge, or you can reach back with your left foot, your left hand, and draw your heel a little closer to your seat, getting a little bit deeper into the thigh. Take a breath, and then gently let that go. Let's come to seated. Lengthen your legs out from underneath you. We've got one more stretch to bring your workout to a close. Reach your fingertips up, create some length in your body, and then bow forward. Give those muscles a big thank you, especially the muscles of your lower body, for taking on the challenge today, and be incredibly proud of yourself for tuning in. Have a great day.